Here's how to register Democrats in North Carolina.
In North Carolina, you can register Democrats either digitally or with a paper form. Filling out the paper form correctly is crucial, so we'll cover that first. We usually recommend you fill out the form for the voter. However, do not fill out the form for a North Carolina voter. The state has made it illegal and punishable by a fine and jail time. So let the voter complete the entire form. Just offer guidance and make sure to check afterwards that they've filled out all necessary fields. All fields in red are mandatory. Make sure the voter uses a black pen. They'll start by answering the question, "Are you a citizen?" You must be a citizen to register, and if you're not, trying to register can actually derail the whole citizenship process, so it's worth making sure up front. Then they'll answer whether they'll be 18 years old by Election Day. Election Day is the next major election in November of an even-numbered year. That's either a midterm election or a presidential election. If they're 16 years old, they can pre-register to vote, which is a great thing to do. It means that as soon as they turn 18, they'll automatically be able to vote. If someone says they can't vote because they've been convicted of a felony, let them know after they have completed their sentence, including any probation, parole, or post-release supervision, they can now re-register to vote. Misdemeanors do not remove your right to vote. Next, they'll put down their first name, middle name, last name, and any suffix like junior or senior so that it matches their driver's license or state ID. Birth date is mandatory. They'll need to put down their state or country of birth. Next, they'll put down their North Carolina driver's license and the last 4 digits of their Social Security. They should put down both if they can, but if they only have one, well, that's fine too. If they have neither, they can check the box below and continue. Address must be a physical address in North Carolina, not a P.O. box. Don't let them forget to put down an apartment number if there is one. They'll put down their county and mark if they've lived at this address for more than 30 days. If not, they'll need to put down the date they moved. If this address is where they get their mail, they can check yes and skip mailing address. If someone is experiencing homelessness, have them use this map to write down their cross streets and mark an X on the corner where they stay. If possible, have them provide a mailing address above where they can receive a voter card. Gender, ethnicity, and race are optional, so they can skip this if they're in a hurry. When you get to party preference, this is the only point in the process where you are not legally allowed to be partisan. You can't say, "Come on, just be a Democrat, what's wrong with you?" But you can state the facts. This is our chance to throw in a little information about the Democratic Party that can be super useful. Let them know that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are the Democratic president and vice president, and that Donald Trump was the head of the Republican Party. You can tell them Democrats are the one major party fighting for women's rights and civil rights, fighting to expand health care, using science to end COVID, and sending out $1,400 COVID relief checks. If they choose Democrat, thank them from the bottom of your heart, and if you're an extrovert, sing, dance, or cheer. If they say they're independent, let them know to check unaffiliated. On the off chance they're Republican or Libertarian, remain positive and respectful, and quickly finish the process. The truth is, when you're wearing a liberal-looking t-shirt and/or hat and/or pins, they actually give you a force field that keeps Republicans away. The section about any previous registrations is not mandatory, so they can skip it if they want to save time. Phone number and email on the form are optional, but we want them to treat both as if they're mandatory, because if there's any problem with the registration, the election officials will need this to contact the voter. They can skip the poll worker question. Finally, have them sign it and date it. keep the form yourself. You or your group leader will turn it into the County Board of Elections. Before they go, ask if we can send them an election reminder letting them know when and where to vote. If yes, write their name and email on the sign-up sheet on your clipboard. Also, ask if they'd like to volunteer and mark their answer on your sheet too. Thank them for being a voter and remind them to please vote for Democrats up and down the ballot in the next election. Let them know that North Carolina is a swing state that could decide the fate of the whole country. Check your North Carolina brief, which you'll find in the North Carolina Voter Drive in a Box, for the names of the Republicans we're fighting and Democrats we're defending. And get those names out there as much as you can. Name recognition is half the battle. Now put that form at the back of your clipboard and guard it with your life. Great job! For extra credit, bring some absentee ballot request forms in case you meet any Democrats who are registered but not signed up to vote by mail. You can pick them up from your County Board of Elections or find the form online and print it out. There's a link to the form in the North Carolina Voter Drive in a Box. Click on How to Register Democrats in Person. Click on How to Use Paper Forms. Then click on North Carolina. The form and link are at the bottom of the document. Give them to any voter who wants one and urge them to fill it out and mail it in themselves. When it comes to absentee ballot request forms, it is not legal for us to fill out or mail these in for the voter. If you prefer to register Democrats with your smartphone or tablet, go to voterizer.org/field. That's our very own partisan voter registration site designed to be the fastest way to register a Democrat. At the bottom, click Volunteers Log In Here and follow the prompts to log in or sign up. This allows you to register multiple people. Once you're in, go back to the top of the page. Pick North Carolina as your state and click Get Started. Now you're ready to go into the field and find someone who wants to get registered. Unlike paper forms, with the online voter application, it is legal for you to fill out the online registration form for a voter. So when you find that wonderful person, always offer to fill in their information for them. You'll be faster than them because, well, you're on a mission. Reassure them that they'll get a chance to confirm all their information before it's submitted. Of course, if they insist on using their own phone, that's fine. Offer to walk them through it right now so it gets done. It only takes a couple of minutes, and if we leave it to them, most likely they will not finish the process. It's just human nature. The first question is, do you have a North Carolina driver's license or state ID card? If yes, great. If not, they'll have to register using a paper form. The next question is, have you registered before? If they have, ask, can I sign you up to vote by mail? It's super convenient. Voting by mail dramatically increases voting rates. If they say yes, click Register to vote by mail. If they have not yet registered, just click Register to vote. This button takes you to the North Carolina DMV website. Now, get ready for a whole lot of clicking. Click Get Started. Click Continue to My NC DMV Services. Now click Continue as Guest. You absolutely do not need to log in or sign up to register to vote online. But if your voter is more comfortable doing that, well, that's okay too. On the next screen, click Submit a Voter Registration Application. Finally, we're in business. Enter their North Carolina driver's license, social security number, and date of birth. Confirm their registration status. If they're already registered, they can change their address or party affiliation online, but they cannot change their name. They'll need to submit a paper form to do that. Next, answer the questions about citizenship, age, felonies, and residency. Click Continue. Confirm their residential address on file, if that comes up. Update it if necessary. Confirm their mailing address, and if necessary, update that too. Next, once again, you may be asked about citizenship, felonies, and age. Next is party affiliation. As before on the paper form, we are not legally allowed to be partisan here, but please do give them some super useful facts about the Democratic Party. Then choose the party of their choice and hit Submit. On this page, the voter can review all the information you entered. Show them your phone and have them make sure everything is correct. If everything looks good, have them click I attest that the above statements are true. Now, to seal the deal, there's just 3 more things. First, they need to consent to share their DMV signature with the State Board of Elections by clicking Yes. Next, they can choose to download a copy of their application to your phone and see what it looks like. Or they can click No and skip that. And finally, have them click Submit Application. Done. Click OK, thanks. If you see this page next, it means you have successfully registered someone to vote in North Carolina. Politely take your phone back and let them know they'll get their voter registration card in the mail in about 2 weeks. And if they don't, they should call their county board of elections. Now, close the Secretary of State's page, which should take you back to Voterizer. Scroll down and quickly ask if we can send them an election reminder letting them know when and where to vote. If yes, enter their email and name. And ask them if they'd like to volunteer with us too. There's lots of ways they can help. Thank them for being a voter and remind them to vote for Democrats up and down the ballot so we can save the Senate and House in the midterm elections. After they've gone, one last step. On Voterizer, under How to Go, be sure to check the I registered to vote or the I registered to vote by mail button and hit Submit so we at Field Team 6 know that a person was registered. Then scroll down and click the Start Again button, and you're back in business. Congratulations! You just added another North Carolina Democrat to the voter rolls, bringing us one step closer to victory. This is how we win. Got questions?
Find all the materials you need at our Voter Drive in a Box link at fieldteam6.org. Look under Resources.